Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Command & Conquer Red Alert. We have one more expansion mission we're going to do before we dive back into the main Soviet campaign and then play that all the way to the end. Next expansion mission we can actually consider part of the story that we're weaving, and it's going to be... let's see, was this an Aftermath or Counterstrike? There it is, Counterstrike, Mousetrap. A long-time thorn in our side, the Greek commander Stavros has finally been cornered. He has taken refuge in an underground bunker full of his chronosphere technology. Prove to him that no allied tricks can stop the wrath of the Soviet Union. Track him down and eliminate him. Return with results. We do not want to hear of his escape, only the creative manner of his demise. We have provided you with engineers that, given the opportunity, can use chronosphere technology. Do not squander them. So, we never actually see Stavros in the Soviet campaign, but we know him well from the Allied campaign, and we can assume that he has been responsible for a lot of problems for our attempted invasions and so forth. So we have finally cornered him, and this is also going to further illustrate why Stalin so wants to capture the chronosphere technology. So here we aren't actually capturing a literal chronosphere, but rather a bunker that is full of sort of pieces of chronosphere tech. We're going to have to chase Stavros through it, try to chase him down and eliminate him. So it's an interior mission. Alright, I'm going to make a group with my infantry, a group with my dogs, and a group with my engineers. Alright, so we see that we've got troops teleporting through the chronospheres. Stavros quickly went through this chronosphere to escape and appeared over here. We'll take an engineer over to this console, which has turned on some kind of poison gas. An APC just got the heck out of there, and Stavros ducked into that chronosphere. But again, these can't be literal chronospheres of the type that we see in the actual missions, because these are far too small, given that this is an interior area. So this is more like a bunker just full of pieces of like proto-chronosphere tech, where you can just sort of teleport between these different terminals within this building. This, I think, is actually a... It's not a heal crate, it's not a money crate. I think it'll actually turn us invincible. So I'm going to leave, I guess, one dog behind. I'm going to try to pick that up at a time when I'm about to enter a big fight, and hopefully it'll turn all my guys invulnerable. There's Stavros over there, but going straight for him is probably not the best play. He's crafty. Alright, let's lead the way with the healthy infantry. We're the Soviets, so we don't have any medics, of course. Oh, it seems like Stavros just... Nope, someone else teleported. Stavros is still hanging out there. Alright, well, let's activate these consoles and see what happens. Okay, apparently nothing. Interesting. Alright, Stavros... Whoa, okay, let's not even fight those guys. I mean, we could obviously overpower them, but Stavros is clearly going to run into that chronosphere or something, so let's try going to the west instead. Looks like that's some of the poison gas we conjured on one of those consoles. Oh, apparently we got some reinforcements through one of these chronosphere terminals. Okay, so that chronosphere is obviously in dire straits, and what that represents is that we can operate it with one of our engineers. Alright, so he comes out here, picks up this crate. We can't use it again. And it turns him invulnerable, which is going to allow him to get through the poison gas to that terminal there. So yeah, after we bring back reports of this crazy bunker, that's just going to increase Stalin's desire for the chronosphere even more. Okay, we have... Our engineer here has caused something to go haywire. We got some more reinforcements. Okay, quite a few of them. Let's bring these guys up. Yep. Alright. Chronosphere terminals are exploding all over the place. Wow, that was a lot of screen shaking. Stavros is still hanging out there, and he's not going to be able to escape through that chronosphere anymore, because our engineer destroyed it. So, let's go ahead and see if we can corner him. We don't really know exactly how you've been a thorn in our side, because we never see you in the Soviet campaign, but we can assume that you have caused us no end of problems, Stavros. That ends now. You seemed pretty crafty from your appearances in the Allied campaign. And we know how much you were filled with hatred for the Soviets after what we did to Greece. Now we don't want to go through that because we'll die, because that's poison gas. Sounds like there was still at least one chronosphere terminal for Stavros to use. Okay, alright, well, you're dead because you're an idiot. Yeah, we really have to watch out for the terrible pathing here.
Ready and wait. Very well. Yes, sir. At once. Reporting. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Reporting.
Playing the ominous tones of twin cannon now.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Alright, you guys go around the top.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
And you go around the southern side. Oh, we got a laggard here.
Agreed. At once.
Okay. I think up here we're going to find quite a group of enemy infantry that we have to blast our way through. Let's make ourselves invulnerable and go, go, go.
Very well.
Okay, that didn't work. We're not invulnerable. I guess that's not a global effect. It's a limited area. In which case, it's pretty useless. But we managed to blast a path through those guys, and there's Stavros. Down he goes. Short little mission. A fun mission, of course, because, you know, those interior puzzly type missions are enjoyable. And that one has really interesting gimmicks with all the teleporting around and all the crazy chronosphere tech in there. Let's go ahead and come back to Stalin with reports, firstly, of Stavros' death, and secondly, of all the crazy stuff that we saw in there. So that means, since that was very short, that in this same video we are going to return to the main Soviet campaign. Be back in just a moment.
Play it again.
I want it.
The Allies are calling it chronosphere technology. My sources tell me it is done with extremely high energy signals.
I want it.
Comrade, how?
I am surrounded by idiots. Do whatever it takes. Steal it. Take it from them. Nadia, tell your spies I want detailed plans. If Grodenko had not allowed Einstein to slip through our fingers, that weapon would be ours now.
Comrade, we do have a lead. An Allied base outside SETI is sending out very strong energy signals. I believe this is where the chronosphere hides. There are 3 separate control centers we've identified there.
Take control of all 3. Do not allow them to destroy that which is rightfully ours. General?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Now this mission has a very action-packed start, as we have to forcefully seize the opening area of the map from this Allied base. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That was a misclick. We get a lot of reinforcements to try to carve a swath through these guys. I appear to have lost my heavy tank. It's unfortunate. At least we still have the mammoth. We have only 3,000 credits to work with. That is not much. Yeah, I love how action-packed this level starts, this opening. Alright, we're going to have to rely on Q moving to be able to take what remains here. I guess I must have played that really poorly. Excuse me, I said Q move. Okay, this guy's real determined to finish off my mammoth, and if he succeeds, we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I had to have played that very poorly. Are you going to fire? Okay, thank you. I can't lose this mammoth. Okay, that was close. Now, I'll need this guy to take out these turrets, and I guess the mammoth can take out the infantry. Start getting our base up. Now, because we have so few credits to work with, we unfortunately can't build infantry to rush these turrets. I mean, we could get a few, but not enough to really matter. And then we'd be sucking fumes on our credits. We barely even have enough to set up the power plant and the ore refinery. Okay, that's one turret down. Let's get the other one. Yeah, it's really interesting to me how there's way more missions and mission briefings talking about the chronosphere in the Soviet campaign than there are in the Allied campaign. Way more than you ever hear about the Iron Curtain, funnily enough. And the reverse is somewhat true as well. You hear more about the Iron Curtain in the Allied missions than you do in the Soviet missions. Like, the Allies are way more concerned about the Iron Curtain than the Soviets ever talk about it in the Soviet campaign. It's just interesting. Stalin has become totally obsessed with capturing the chronosphere technology to the extent that most of the end of the Soviet campaign here revolves around it, with 2 missions completely dedicated to it. It's a little strange to me. I don't know, I just think it's interesting that they chose to go in that direction. You can understand why Stalin wants it. Teleportation technology would be unbelievably useful and have all kinds of applications inside and outside of war. So the enemy is going to try to do a real sneaky drop with rocket soldiers behind our base here, and then go for the construction yard for a quick win. So that's why I'm training up these rifle infantry and putting them back here to prevent that. Using a flame tower is not a good way to prevent it, because they can and will outrange the flame tower. Now I'll put these guys in guard mode so that hopefully they won't just stand there taking it if the rocket soldiers outrange them. Fortunately, we do start next to gems. That helps to compensate for the fact that we start with a pathetic 3,000 credits. Now I'm using this radar dome to crawl out in this direction a little bit, and then I'm going to build another refinery. Doing some scouting now with my usual sacrificial conscripts.
Acknowledged. Unit lost. Agreed.
Training. Unit
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once.
So there is a fairly strong Allied presence on this map, as you would expect. Not only did we have to just blast our way through and seize this northwestern corner from a small Allied encampment, they have a pretty substantial base in the southeast, and then the whole northeastern part of the map is an island that is just a giant, heavily fortified Allied base.
building.
So we're going to have to try to seize that. And things are going to get interesting once we step onto that island, once we enter its zone.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
We're not going to want to attempt that until we're good and ready. Okay, we lost another scout. But we're revealing some area around our base, so that's good.
Very well. Affirmative. At once.
Alright, there's a beach. Let's continue following the shoreline.
Very well.
I hear shooting. Our planes flying overhead cause some rocketeers to fire at them, thus revealing their positions. Alright, I'm going to get out another ore truck, and then I'm going to... Aha, there's that drop I was talking about. Sneaky. Oh, here comes an attack. Several light tanks going straight for the V2. They take it out immediately. And it looks like they're going to handle the Mammoth quite easily as well. So I need to train up some defenses lickety-split. We don't have time for a Tesla right now. Okay, we're out of money. Not good. Thieves. It's fortunate. Okay, they're going to steal my credits. Yep, they just did. That sucked. Really would have preferred for that to not happen. Okay, I don't know what these guys are doing. But they're attacking in a fairly inept manner, which is obviously to my advantage. Okay, not exactly where I was planning to put that, but we're definitely going to need a Tesla coil to secure our position against further attacks like that. Okay, I'll just sell that for the infantry in case they try another sneaky drop. Well, that was a little ferocious. Punished for going for that economic opening, but we got through it. But now it's time to focus on defense a bit. I think I'll have decent coverage if I put it there. Let's get some walls around it or it's just going to be too fragile. And now I'm really going to want an ore truck.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Okay. After the ore truck, I'm going to put another Tesla coil here, and I'm going to hope that takes care of the defense. Then I can start focusing on attack. We have access to a whole... Really? Okay, that seems like an opportunity for us. I was going to say we have access to a whole lot of ore here. We can't allow the enemy to be harvesting it, though. That will greatly reduce how long it'll last. So, time to start manufacturing some anti-ore truck forces. Might as well sell this. All it's doing is taking some of our ore trucks longer to deposit their ore.
Unit ready. Building.
This guy can be a hilarious scout. Oops, not Z.
Okay.
Q.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Alright, now things have settled down a little bit. We can expect further attacks, though. Of course we can. I'm glad the technicians have at least a little bit of sight range in this game, unlike Command & Conquer, where they literally can't even see, which is weird and doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's get another Tesla coil up. Here he comes, everybody's favorite. The party never really starts until the ore truck shows up. This is my ore field. Sod off. Okay, I was afraid of that. Maybe I should focus on anti-air then.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, he'll be back. So as long as I just park this tank where he'll have to fly over the SAM site,
Yes, sir.
then that should be that dealt with.
Construction complete.
Okay, now onto the Tesla coil.
Building.
And more tanks. But yeah, as you can see, the whole area is pretty heavily fortified. We're going to want to capture at least part of the Allied base that they have down there.
Base is under attack.
What are you even shooting at, you silly longbow? Alright, that's handled. They didn't launch a giant retaliatory attack
Yes, sir.
when I destroyed the ore truck, which is a little surprising to me.
Construction complete.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can't really put it there where I wanted to. That'll have to do.
Building. Construction complete.
And then we'll just wall off this entrance into our base
Building. Construction complete.
so that they have to blast through if they want to go that way.
Complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
One more wall section should do it.
Construction complete.
Okay, I didn't mean to place it there, so well done to me.
Construction complete.
There we go.
Ready.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
And now, kind of belated, but I really wanted to get my defenses set up. Airfield time. Okay, I said airfield time.
Cancel.
Awaiting or acknowledged.
It's not really as much ore as you might hope, now that I look at it again.
Affirmative.
Construction.
We could have a bit of a resource crunch this mission, perhaps. We'll see.
Construction options.
Okay, we have access to all the aerial tech. That's what I like to see. Now, let's build a tech center and see if we get access to the fabled mammoth tank. We're eventually going to need a sub-pen as well.
Construction complete. Building.
I'll start crawling toward the water for that eventuality. Okay,
Acknowledged.
they dropped off a mine layer. They're trying to drop mines
Affirmative.
where I will be harvesting my ore.
Ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, well, as long as I pay attention to where they're
Yes, sir.
deploying them. There we go.
Affirmative.
I'll just attack each of those locations. Kind of random mine placement here.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Alright, there was the last one, and it should be out of mines that can place now. And then it drives into the Tesla coil
Waiting order.
and gets destroyed. Thus concludes the grand adventures of Bob the Mine Layer. Alright, let's crawl further toward the water, and yes, we have mammoth tanks.
Complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Spy plane ready. Construction complete.
That should be good enough. Now, sell this, we don't need this, and we don't need the power plant to power it. Get back a bunch of the money we spent on that. Spy plane ready, you say. Alright, let's start seeing what lies ahead. And let's start clearing a path. I think we have enough forces for that.
Acknowledged.
Unit
I might want some V2s.
building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Get wrecked.
Yes, acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting.
Okay, apparently there's more mines here.
Affirmative.
Unit
The Allies love their anti-tank mines.
Acknowledged.
As I said, I do like that the Allies actually have sort of a different fighting style from the Soviets. That they have all these sneaky guerrilla tactics and laying mines, and that they don't have as much of a brute force approach as the Soviets do. Okay, and we just got shelled by a cruiser. Maybe it's time we start seizing control of the water as well. There's the sub-pen. Why am I so blind to the sub-pens? Weird.
Comrade, acknowledged. Yes, sir.
I guess you can scout till you get destroyed by the cruiser, which will probably happen pretty fast.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let's not
construction complete.
fight the rocket soldiers with the tanks. I mean, we would win, but
Unit lost. Construction
take unnecessary damage.
Building. Our base.
Not surprising. Taking control of the water isn't going to be easy, I'm sure.
Spy plane ready.
The Allies are kind of known for their navy, after all. There we see just a glimpse of their highly fortified island they have up there. Okay, please put a stop to this.
Report affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order.
They might just sit there and take it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well done to that submarine. He performed incredibly well. Alright, the cruiser's getting in on the action.
Waiting order. Knowledge.
So much for our sub pen. We're going to have to replace it, obviously. And we're going to have to put a stop to that cruiser, lickety-split,
Unit ready.
before it destroys everything.
Construction complete.
Fortunately, he's obsessed with destroying my ore trucks instead of my base. Okay, good. Now, that sub will begin exploration duties. I'll start leapfrogging my way down over there.
Select target.
I hear another cruiser already. Okay, looks like we're going to have to take care of him. I do not want to have to rebuild the sub pen again. Okay, but I'm going to have to.
Construction.
Fine. Might as well recoup the money. Okay, that is quite the navy that they are coming at me with. Hopefully I can at least destroy the cruiser before the destroyers show up and
Unit ready.
take out my submarine. Okay, great. I need my forces up here to hopefully deal with this problem.
Unit lost. Building.
Unit lost, where?
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Naval
Oh,
unit
probably these guys, yep.
lost. Unit lost.
Okay, I failed to destroy the cruiser. Maybe a hind.
Comrade.
Actually,
Hold. Cancel.
I'll just build a MiG since I already have an airfield.
Building.
Reporting.
And they're sitting outside the range of my units. Huh.
Affirmative. Reporting. Vehicle report. Reporting.
Oh, my land force is slowly growing. Okay, they're not going to cede control of the water easily, I see.
Unit ready.
But persistence is the key to victory.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
We shall carry on.
Reporting. Yes,
Construction complete.
Will you target the cruiser? Why do I hear an artillery firing? Oh, okay, that's why. Maybe I should have targeted that with my MiG.
Construction options. Building.
Yes, please kill him.
acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
He is unbelievably irritating.
Yes, sir.
And my V2s should be able to make quick work of that clump of infantry.
Affirmative.
Excellent.
Waiting order.
A single rocket soldier survived. Oh, so I've mentioned a few times in this LP how the team scripting works. This is an example of them getting stuck on each other. And as I said before, it's the main reason why you can only work with relatively small teams. Because the more units you have in a team, the more likely that is to happen. Oh, okay, so that was an off-board reinforcement then, since he's just flying off the map.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Are these guys just on patrol, or what?
Acknowledged.
Apparently so.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Base is under
Acknowledged.
attack.
Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Naturally.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good grief. I'm so tired of rebuilding this thing, like you wouldn't believe.
Affirmative.
Oh boy.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Naval unit
Vehicle
lost.
report. Affirmative.
V2s save me from this predicament.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, they're actually dead. Thank goodness.
Waiting order.
I know I'm gonna want at least one engineer,
Sir, acknowledged.
so I might as well train him up now.
Training. Building.
And more forces of all kinds.
Select
Let's actually get to using all these awesome aerial powers.
target. Reinforcements have arrived. Select target.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Unit ready.
they're doing pretty well for themselves.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
V2 rocket launchers.
Affirmative. At once.
Unit lost.
Alright, see what you can explore?
Unit lost.
Oh, hi there.
Affirmative.
Oh, it's that guy again. Guess he's on patrol too.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, I'm finally starting to seize control of the water.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. No problem. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, we've got some gems down there. Nice.
Vehicle reporting.
Go harvest those. Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Okay, we do have access to a lot more ore down here. It may be worth crawling down and building a refinery down here. Maybe.
Acknowledged.
Maybe not.
Ready.
We'll see.
Waiting. Acknowledged.
Where's my engineer?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Alright, anything interesting down here? Oh, I can capture that and get the GPS. That's right. Okay, they're not happy about this. They're sending in the longbows. They're super unhappy about this. That is quite the response. Welcome to the grinder. Okay, well, since we were able to lure out and obliterate their forces, that was useful. Now, back to what I was doing. I hear more death. Oh, that's irritating. I don't need those guys killing my harvesters.
Construction
It's another cruiser on patrol.
cannot deploy here. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Where?
Yes, sir.
What are you guys doing? Fight back! My never-ending struggle with my own units. They have no sense of self-preservation. Okay, this area is far from secure. Clearly.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Okay, I need at least one guy over there to weaken that thing. Where's that going?
Comrade. Affirmative. Wait.
No.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade.
Good grief.
Yes, sir.
Never ends.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Okay, so I'm going to want another engineer then.
Waiting.
Alright, let's start weakening this.
Training.
Reporting.
Ooh.
Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative.
Okay, that should start charging up the GPS. Yep,
Yes, sir.
that's the prize for taking that.
Building. Select target.
Let's start reinforcing ourselves with more infantry.
Select target.
And I want to see more of this water. Did they destroy my freaking subpen again?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, we're slowly pushing the line toward the enemy base, so that's good. Also, I could build a refinery right here, and I will.
Waiting order. Yes. Affirmative.
Those are the manliest sounding engineers.
Awaiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Look at that cheeky cruiser.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, I should put the Megon on attack group. I'm not convinced it's doing better than a Hind would.
Affirmative.
It's just so bad against moving targets. A Hind does more damage than that. It takes it a little longer to fire, but... There we go.
Spy plane ready.
Excellent. That should improve our financial situation.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, the cruiser's firing on us.
Waiting order.
You park here and shoot at it.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes,
Okay, that went well. Looks like we're attacking. You guys get in there. Everybody. All out assault with everything.
Unit lost.
This isn't going great. Oh, okay. There's this camo pillbox I just didn't see. Boy, they have a lot of rocket soldiers.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Okay, and I didn't see that one either.
Affirmative.
This is just straight up a failed attack, isn't it?
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Well, it's borderline.
Acknowledged.
Okay, we have to take out these turrets.
Ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target. Select target. Unit lost.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Okay, maybe it's not a failed attack.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
I am nervous about if I lose that, I'm gonna... All the shroud is gonna become...
Waiting order.
uh,
Acknowledged.
everything is gonna get re-hidden if that gets destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let's keep building stuff then.
Training. On hold.
And yeah, more silos, because I
Acknowledged.
don't necessarily know everything I want to build yet. Okay, now we can see the whole map.
Building.
Reporting.
Okay, more reinforcements coming from off board.
Yes, sir.
A whole lot of reinforcements coming from off board. It feels a little unfair, but it is what it is, so we have to deal with it. Okay, they're rebuilding the turret and killing my engineer. I should just destroy their construction yard and not care about capturing it. I can capture anything in here. It doesn't have to be their con yard. Okay, it is a failed attack after all. If they start rebuilding all the things I've destroyed, then this has all been in vain.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
Okay, that patrolling cruiser needs to go. That thing is so irritating. Meg, make yourself useful. Okay, good. If we can destroy that. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
2 mammoths beats a turret. 3 mammoths definitely beats a turret.
Unit ready.
Okay, where's my new engineer? I never built a new engineer. Okay, well done to me.
Training.
Alright. Slowly I'll take that cruiser down.
Building.
You, submarine, finish it off.
Construction.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, I think that screen shake was the cruiser getting destroyed.
Affirmative.
Are these things built on top of each other? I think that's a mapping error. Those things are occupying the same space.
Yes, sir.
Okay, did I build my engineer? Yes, get down here.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Right, and I had my concerns about them destroying that tech center and me losing all my vision.
Building.
Let's try to build some kind of countermeasure to that. That's why I destroyed this bit of fencing. I didn't explain what I was doing. So I sent the MiG to do that, so I can put a SAM site there.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Reporting.
A mobile gap generator, that's what you needed, alright. That'll save you.
Building.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Alright, he's on his way. Okay, so let's get that SAM site built.
Building.
And I'm going to want a pretty substantial ground invasion, so let's start building more mammoth tanks.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to capture this
Affirmative.
so that I can build a sub-pen off it. I guess that's not terribly necessary, now that I think about it. I don't know why I'm even doing this, really.
Yes,
But whatever, we're doing it apparently.
New construction.
Okay. Well, let's get that sub-pen built then.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Actually, you know what? Let's build more SAM sites here.
Yes, sir.
I think being able to put SAM sites here will make capturing that worth it.
Unit ready. Primary building selected.
And yeah, sure. Let's build some medium tanks, whatever. Okay, they are gentlemanly enough to sell off once you've destroyed enough of their base.
Unit ready.
As usual, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Alright, we're about ready to enter the second stage of this map, now that we've finally secured this southwestern area.
Acknowledged.
So there's 3 tech centers on this island we have to capture in order to secure the chronosphere. Otherwise the chronosphere will self-destruct.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Which means we're going to need a whole additional pile of engineers.
Building.
Vehicle reported. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Let's finish securing the waters.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Primary building selected. Training.
Await. Affirmative.
Alright, should be able to handle one gunboat.
Training.
Acknowledged.
And let's start building LSTs.
Unit ready.
We do not want to... Oh, right, I'm an idiot. I need the sub-pen. We do not want to land on this island until we are ready to take it in full force, because as soon as we land on it, it triggers a countdown timer.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
And that's the amount of time that we have to capture all of the tech centers.
Construction options.
Alright, let's start manufacturing those transports we're going to need.
Building.
Waiting orders.
Okay, here's a group of 5.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
As you can see, they've got a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's infantry, so I might want some anti-infantry units.
Waiting
Unit
orders.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Building.
I think I'll have 4 transports, 3 for combat units, and then 1 for the engineers.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Now, if I captured their naval yard, I could have built
Ready.
definitely destroyers, maybe cruisers, since I also have an allied tech center. I'm not sure about the cruisers, but even if I could, I don't think I would want to. because cruisers are not very accurate and there's a high chance they would accidentally destroy one of the structures I'm supposed to capture. So I actually don't want the naval artillery support here. Okay. Apparently he's off somewhere. Bye.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Almost done assembling our attack force.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes,
And
sir.
this will be the one for the engineers.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Load up, fellas.
Affirmative.
Okay, hopefully this will be enough to do the job.
Affirmative.
Now I'm going to make a scum save here. I think that's fair.
Mission saved.
After this hard-fought battle securing the main part of the map, it's time to seize the island. Alright, time to make our landing.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Fortunately, they're not attacking our transports for some reason.
Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
As you can see, it's quite a battle to try to seize the shore. Kind of surprised the timer hasn't started yet. Maybe it starts after you capture the first tech center, rather than the instant you land. That might be the case. I should probably manufacture some reinforcements.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of my anti-infantry units, 100% of them got killed
Building.
because they're all so fragile. It just really underscores how practically every vehicle except tanks is borderline worthless. It's not fantastic balance. I've said it before, but tanks are just way overpowered in this game. They were already overpowered in CNC, and now they're just better. They're not more expensive, and they're faster, so... Okay, we're slowly seizing the island. And I mean, some of the non-tank vehicles, which already were inferior to tanks, were just made more expensive. Like, Rangers are essentially Humvees. They cost 50% more. 600 instead of 400. Artillery went from 450 to 600. It's just silly. Those units were not underpriced at all, so why did they make them more expensive? Westwood is silly. Which of these has my engineers? Looks like this one. Alright, once we finish securing this island, it'll be time to capture the tech centers. I do like how this mission has kind of a two-stage character like this, where and how it opens up with that action-packed battle to destroy that small allied base in the northwest and secure that area. It's another well-done mission. And just the whole design of this central island is pretty cool looking. Now we want to be careful not to approach the chronosphere or it'll explode and we'll fail the mission. Once again, our non-tank vehicle was pretty much instantly destroyed. Oh, never mind, I never loaded it on. Okay. I maligned you unjustly, O artillery. takes some work to seize this central island. Okay, I'm nervous about getting too close to the chronosphere. Let's back off a bit. Okay, I do want to destroy that, though. That thing's irritating. Okay, if he's going to be a coward and retreat, then fine. Everything okay back here? Looks like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get their construction yard. Honestly, I'm just making myself room to maneuver at this point. All these buildings are in the way. Can start building some hinds soon enough. They'll be low power, and any remaining anti-air that they have will be non-functional. Actually, they're probably already low power because their gap generators don't seem to be functioning. Alright, slow and methodical. Very meticulous. Don't get too close to the chronosphere. Don't want to activate the security self-destruct mechanism.
Construction complete. Construction options.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Man, this central island is heavily fortified. Oh, I missed a gunboat. Good grief. Those camo pillboxes, man. Where's my sub? Get up there and deal with this nuisance. Okay. Time to unload the engineers. Park one in front of each tech center. Alright, gunboat can outrange us. Lovely, lovely. Leave it alone.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering affirmative.
You are so slow, it's unbelievable.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
The Hind almost won that race. That's how slow you are. Okay.
Waiting order.
One tank by each
No problem.
tech center
Affirmative. Affirmative.
to weaken them.
Affirmative.
Oh, there's my cat's automated cat feeder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, let's not accidentally destroy any of these. Stop.
Affirmative.
So what? There.
Waiting order.
Now, it is a little bit of a mean gotcha, how as soon as you capture one of the tech centers, a timer starts and you have a very limited amount of time to capture the others. Because if you don't know it's going to happen ahead of time, you could be pretty much screwed and have no chance of being able to do it.
Cancelled.
I'm going to go ahead and make power plants so we won't go into low power, even though it doesn't matter. I just feel like it. So that is a little bit of a gotcha here, admittedly.
Construction complete.
There, then I'll just sell the unnecessary Teslas. Here we go.
Sold. Timer. Start.
Alright, and we've got 5 minutes to capture them all. Which is a pretty tight time limit if you don't know what's going to happen. Then the chronosphere explodes anyway. The game never really explains why that fails to disable the self-destruct and the chronosphere explodes anyway, but clearly something went wrong, so despite all of our hard work, our efforts were in vain. The chronosphere has slipped through our grasp. Stalin is not going to be pleased. How displeased is he going to be? Well, we'll find out in the next episode. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.